Hello and welcome to The Voice. My name is Adli, and today I want to talk to you about the independence of Haiti and why the Dominican Republic belonged to Haiti. The Dominican Republic never got their independence, and in reality, the island in general belongs to the Haitian people. In 1804, when the Haitian become independent, they did not only free the side today they call Haiti or the Republic of Haiti, but in general, they free the entire island. And I'm going to go over a list of documents in history that prove what I'm saying today. And I know there are many Dominicans people today who believe that they free the side today they call Dominican Republic and it belonged to them. And you can see for a very long time, they have been mistreating Haitian people on the island. They think they are the descendant of the indigenous. But in this video, I will take my time to show you the fact that the people who fought the independence of Haiti were not African. There were some African people in there who probably came from the African region during the time of slavery, but a great number of the people that fought the independence were indigenous, and you could not differentiate those indigenous people from the African people because the indigenous at that time or before that time, they were people of color, people of dark skin. That's what they were, and that's the reason why you would see in this video, I'll show you where Dessalines, the Emperor of Haiti, after the independence, proved to you and proclaimed that he was fighting for the indigenous, the native of Haiti, or the native of America, and even proclaimed that he has avenged Americas. Okay, he has avenged the Americas. There would be no need for Dessalines to avenge America if Dessalines does not know anything about the Americas. And if Dessalines did not know anything about Haiti, also, why would he call Haiti Haiti? A name, according to the European history, during the time of slavery, a slave in Haiti would only last between 3 years to 7 years. So if a slave in Haiti who just come from Africa would last between 3 years to 7 years, there is no way that Dessalines would have known about the name Haiti, which the Spaniards destroyed when they got in the island in 1492. They destroyed the people. They changed the name of the island from the island of Haiti to the island of Hispaniola. And when we became independent, or when Haiti became independent, they changed the name of the island from Hispaniola to Haiti again. So there's no way that Dessalines would have changed the name of the island to Haiti if he was not an indigenous. And if he was not a native to the land, there is no way that Dessalines would have called himself or the army native army, or said that he has freed the native of the land and called Haiti our nation, our land. My friend, today I'm going to prove to you the Dominican Republic does not exist in reality. It is belong to Haiti. It's a province of Haiti. And again, I will tell you, welcome to The Voice. And if it is the first time you find us and you have not subscribed to our channel, I would ask you now to please subscribe to the channel and also share this with other people that you know. Once again, great to have you today, and I will make sure in this video you miss nothing. I will make sure that you leave this video with a good understanding of the history of Hispaniola, or the island of Haiti that become the independent Empire of Haiti. Okay, so if we start from 1791, I will not go any further. We know in 1492, the European came to the island. They found that was named Haiti, just like it is written today. I mean, in the ancient document, not the way you see it is written today in the Republic of Haiti. I'm talking about the island of Haiti, which was written Hayti, Haiti. So in 1791, you have a revolution that started on this island, on the side that you have today called the Republic of Haiti. In that revolution, The French at this point were the controller of the island, or I would say the controller of this part you have that called Haiti today. And during that time, there was slavery on the island. They were controlling many things, killing people for no reason, and they were bringing people from different parts of the world into the island. And one of the misconceptions is the fact that, according to the historian in this world, they want to make you believe that all the slaves that they were bringing into Haiti or into the Americas were coming from Africa. But in reality, a number of these slaves they were bringing into the island of Haiti were coming from the American side. Today you call America, Florida. You have called the Louisiana. A lot of the slaves that were coming into Haiti by the French were coming from these lands. They were not coming from Africa, because that is a misconception. The white men in general, or the European in general, they had one mindset during the time of slavery: to hide evidence, hide information about the indigenous people, and that's how they were able to hide so many things. But in this video, this is not what it is going to be about. It's not about whether we are native or not, but it is about the independence of Haiti and the island of Haiti. Okay, not Hispaniola. Hispaniola is a name given to the island by the Spaniard. But the true name, the native name of the island is Haiti. Haiti. That's the name of the island. All right, so in 1791, you have a revolution that started in Haiti where many of the people that fought in the revolution died by the French. And then during that time, you see that the French were in control of that side today you call the Republic of Haiti. And going forward, in around 1795, you have the Spanish and the French that were fighting in Europe and many places in the world. Due to this fighting, they come to a conclusion under a treaty called the Treaty of Basel. In 1795, the Spaniard, they I would say setting the rest of the island, or the east part of Hispaniola so-called, to the French, which is I would say in fact become what we call Saint Domingue, not Santo Domingo, because there was no nation called Santo Domingo or Saint Domingue. There were colonies. You have colonies. You have the colony of French, which is Saint Domingue, the French name Saint Domingue, and you have the colony of the Spaniard, which was Santo Domingo, which was the east part you have Dominican people on today. In 1795, the Spaniard ceded the east part of the island to the French. Now the French become the sole owner of this island, according to the Spanish. However, there were Spanish people on the island at that time. A lot of Spanish people were on the island. And Toussaint Louverture come in the picture, where you have Toussaint Louverture as the general of the army under the French, or the general of the colony, now come and started the conquest of the east part of the island. In 1796 to the 1801, Toussaint Louverture has already captured the entire island and made it a colony under the French. It was the French colony Saint Domingue. So the name Santo Domingo has been removed and it become Saint Domingue. The entire island now was under the governance of Toussaint Louverture and under the name of Saint Domingue. In 1801, you have Toussaint Louverture who bring up a new constitution for the island. And that constitution describe where the island start and where it end. But at that time, the island in general was a colony under the French. But one thing I want you to understand is the fact that Dessalines was the #1 general under Toussaint Louverture. While Toussaint Louverture became the governor general of the island between the 1796 conquest to 1801, Dessalines was his right hand men, meaning the general that was helping Toussaint to fight the Spaniard on the island. So at that time, or around that time, Dessalines has already removed the Spanish people from the island. Now what you had left on the island was the slave, which we know the French people had on the island. But remember, at that time too, the French people had already provided liberty to the rest of the people, or most of the people on the island. So now, the people you have on the island were the descendant of the Spanish, or the people who spoke Spanish, not the Spaniard themselves, but the people who spoke Spanish. But they were under the French. They were under the colony of French, Saint-Domingue. In 1796 to 1801, all the island was under one nation, which was the French government. Now, from 1801, if we think about history, or as we know about history, the French government decided to reinstate slavery. So remember, I just said that they have liberated the people. The people were free from a point of time. I said from a point of time while Toussaint Louverture was the governor, the people were free. The people were free. So now the French government under Napoleon Bonaparte in 1802 decided they want to reinstate slavery. And in 1802, they sent a group of people to Haiti to come and reinstate slavery in Haiti under this child, right? So when they got to Haiti, they, for some reason, decided they wanted to arrest Toussaint Louverture. All right, so they arrest Toussaint Louverture in 1802 or 1801. Around 1801, 1802, they arrested Toussaint Louverture, who went to France. They took him to France and imprisoned him. During that time, Toussaint Louverture was in prison. The independence or the revolution did not stop. Remember, the revolution started since 1791. In 1791, Dessalines, Toussaint Louverture, and many other people were part of that revolution. And Toussaint Louverture became the general of the whole army under the French. Now, that's the French general. Now, in 1803 or 1802, after they took Toussaint Louverture, now you have the revolution take a different turn. Okay? When the revolution started in 1791, maybe it didn't have a construct, I would say. It did not have a will structure, or maybe a final decision or a path to where they wanted to go. But between 1802 to 1804, this revolution was focused on independence, complete independence of the island. Now, if we know, between 1795 to 1802, we know for a fact the entire island was under Toussaint Louverture. There was no Spaniard on the island. And around that time, the island in general was French. It belonged to the French. That's what happened. It belonged to the French. Now, when Haiti became independence in 1804, at this point, that island that was a French colony, in general, it was a French colony. That French colony automatically become a Haitian country. That's what happened. But during the time when we proclaimed independence in 1804, January 1804, when Haiti became independence, you would see that we did not come with a consolidation where we said, okay, the entire island is Haiti. It was up all the way to 1805. In 1805, we know according to history that Dessalines went into Saint-Domingue, or the east part today you call Santo Domingo. He went into the east part and removed the French people after he had made a declaration to erase the French from the island. He started on the Haitian side, killed all the French, and follow them in the part today you call the Dominican Republic, where a group of French people ran into and hide. He went over there and removed them. And after Dessalines removed them from the Dominican Republic side, or the east part of the island, Dessalines went back into the kingdom, or into Haiti, or the other side, where he proclaimed what we call the Constitution, the 1805 Constitution. Now, if we look at the Constitution that Toussaint Louverture written in 1801. In 1801, Toussaint Louverture come with the first constitution of the country, or of the colony under the French. In that constitution, it is written clearly that the extent of Saint-Domingue, which is the entire island now under the French, and Samana, Tortuga, Gonaïve, the Caïmites, Île Vache, and Saona, and other adjacent islands from the territory of one colony that is part of the French Empire, but is subject to particular laws. So that means under Toussaint Louverture, there was no independence. There was a colony called Saint-Domingue, a colony that belongs to France. Okay, a colony that belonged to France, and that colony was the entire island. It is the entire island. That's what it was. And to make it clear, Samana is a part of Santo Domingo today, or the land you call Saint Domingue today. It's at the end, the tail of Saint Domingue. It calls Samana. Therefore, with this constitution from Toussaint Louverture in 1801, it already starting to show you the shifting, the starting of why the entire island belonged to Haiti. Just to be clear, because at that point in 1801, remember, the entire island was already conquered by Toussaint Louverture, with Dessalines as his right-hand man, the general who was fighting all the fight you have that happened during those times. Now, Toussaint Louverture was no longer in the picture, because Toussaint Louverture was no longer in the picture, and the independence of Haiti comes in 1804. That tells you in general, automatically when it comes, the entire island, which was under Toussaint Louverture, under the French, was become the island of Haiti. Okay, but remember, the name of Haiti, according to history or historian, shouldn't have been known by Dessalines or the inhabitant of Haiti at that time, because according to them, the Haitian people today, or the people they call slave at that time, they said they wouldn't last 3 years, or between 3 and 7 years when they come into slavery. So that means at that time there was no way that the people inhabited Haiti at that time would have known the previous name of the country or of the land. There was no way that they would have known that the island was called Haiti, while it was already changed to Hispaniola from 1492. So you're talking about 200 years to 300 years later. There's no way that Dessalines and the people on the island would have known that the name of the country was Haiti at the beginning. So that should raise a few questions. Why did Dessalines call Haiti after they become independent? Now let's go down in what we call a document that was signed to nominate people over the island. Dessalines, after he became the emperor of the island, when he get back from the east side of the island and he removed the French from the island, at that time when he got back to Haiti, he became, or when he got back to what we call the capital, he became the emperor of Haiti. And at that time, the capital of Haiti, you know, in the Constitution of Haiti, or the 1805 Constitution, it is not Port-au-Prince. Port-au-Prince is the capital of the colony, the capital where French people established themselves. And after independence, Dessalines changed the capital to Gonaïve. Just like Toussaint Louverture did the same thing after he proclaimed himself the governor. The capital of Haiti was changed, or the capital of the colony was changed. So basically, Port-au-Prince is the capital of the French, not the Haitian, the true Haitian, the indigenous, the native. That's not for them. So now, when Dessalines became the Emperor of Haiti, he was nominated people over different posts in the empire. So while he was nominated people over the empire, you will see in this document, it calls the Dessalines reader nomination as emperor. Okay, so in that document, I'm going to put the link in the description. You can go and see this document for yourself. It is in French, but you can translate the French in English today with AI. You can translate that. But just to make it clear, I will use those documents to prove my point that the Dominican Republic as a nation does not exist. It is just a nation created by the European or by the enemy of Haiti, but it is a province of Haiti. This land belongs to Haiti in general. It is a part of the kingdom of the Empire of Haiti. It is not a free land where there's a different republic. No, it is a land that belongs to the Haitian people. And I will prove that in this document and other document. So according to that document, if we read when the emperor was nominating people over the island, he was setting people over the army. Remember, at that time, it was an empire. And the empire rules according to the Constitution by the army. So you have commanders over different region of the army, just like it happened in every other kingdom. The kingdom rules by the army, and the army appointed different general over a different part of the kingdom or of the region. And in this document, that's exactly what it does. So what you will see in this document is that Dessalines was assigning people over the over different region of the island, and it clearly tells you over the island there are 6 great regions, and those 6 great regions he was assigning different general or battalion over those different parts. So in there, if you look at this part of the document where he set up a person named Gilbert. Gilbert is a Spanish name. Today you might call it Gilbert in the Haitian language or French, but his name was Gilbert. Is a Spanish person. And there he said Gilbert, chef de bataillon, this is in French, or chief of bataillon, commander de la partie espagnole, which is clearly explained, or if you translate it, is the part of the Spanish part. He set Gilbert over the Spanish part. That's the first thing. He set up Gilbert over the Spanish part of the island. Then he go down and said Tabarres. He said Tabarres, chef de brigade, or the brigade, the chief of brigade, commander de l'arrondissement de Cibao. Cibao again. Cibao is a part of Dominican Republic today. He set up this person named Tabarres. Tabarres is a Spanish name. Also a Spanish person you would call Dominican today. He set up Tabarres over the Spanish part called Cibao today. And I'm going to show you in the map here. You can see Cibao is a part of Dominican Republic. So if Tabarres and Gilbert, they were people you would call Dominican people today. They were set over the island of Dominican Republic, or the part today you call Dominican Republic. That means they have agreed that the Haiti Dessalines was talking about, the island of Haiti Dessalines was talking about, was known to be part of the Empire of Haiti. That means they agree, if they accepted to take the position over those part or the group of people you call Dominican Republic today, if they have agreed to take control over those parts, that means they agree that this nation, they agree that this part of the land belonged to Haiti. So that was after the independence. Dessalines was nominating people over the land of Haiti, the whole island, the entire island. He was setting up people over those land. So you can see clearly Gilbert and Tabarres, they were Spanish people. He set them over the land that spoke Spanish, because after the Spaniards were removed from the island by Toussaint Louverture and Dessalines, the descendant of the Spaniard, or the babies they made with the black people, or the people or the mulattoes group that were there, they were Spanish speaking. And that's the reason why when they request to be free, they called their land the Spanish Haiti. They did not call it Dominican Republic. They call it the Spanish Haiti. That the Spanish Haiti, they changed it later on. They changed it later on, but that also proved the fact that they knew the entire island belonged to Haiti at that time. The entire island belonged to Haiti. So, in this document, you can read it yourself if you want to read more about it. And like I said, the link is in this description. You can go and read the whole document, and you will see what I'm talking about. It is in French, but you can translate it in English. And that document was found. If I read, you will see here. So you see, if you read right here, it says Jean-Jacques Dessalines nomination as emperor, 15 February 1804. And it said the National Archive of United Kingdom. So you can find that document in the National Archive of the United Kingdom. That's where this document found. But it is in French. That's one thing you need to put in your mind. It is in French. So these are real documents that prove what I'm saying today. Real document. That's not fake. That's not something I'm making up. This is real document that prove that this part of the island called the Dominican Republic belonged to Haiti. It's clearly proved that. Now we can go down and start looking into the independence of Haiti. During the Declaration of Independence of Haiti, first of all, you will see the army that were fighting the French during the independence. It calls the indigenous army. Why would the army of Haiti call the indigenous army if the people who were fighting the French were not indigenous? And you see in the Declaration of Independence, the document clearly said the native citizen are not people who come into a land. Just like you have in the Americas, or when the American people were taking the independence, or they got the independence, they could not call themselves native. There's no way the American people could call themselves native of America if they were not native. They were not native. That's the reason why they declared their independence as European. They took the land that belonged to the British. But in Haiti, when Dessalines declared their independence, he called the people the native of Haiti. Native of Haiti. To clearly prove to you, during the Declaration of Independence and during the time of Dessalines, the people who were fighting the French were native people. And those native people could not be identified as a different race of people, or they could not differentiate themselves from black people in Haiti. So that means they were black. They were black people of dark skin color. And many of these natives that they proclaim the European has erased from the island were always in the island. Some were enslaved, some were what we call the maroon. They were what we call the maroon. A lot of them were hiding in cave in the mountain. They were in the cave in the mountain. And those people, you couldn't differentiate them with the dark-skinned people that came from other part of the world at that time. That to tell you, the Dominican people who believe today, they are the native people. They are completely wrong. Because even if you look online, when you're trying to find native, let's say you look for Anacaona, what you see is women with dark skin. That's what they show you. And Christopher Columbus by himself, or in the book written about Christopher Columbus, showing you his voyage, they clearly stated that the people they find in the island of Haiti at that time, they were dark-skinned people. They proclaimed they have found gold spears in on the island that said to be coming from Africa, meaning that there were some African people traveled to this land some times ago. So, to be clear, if you see in the Declaration of Independence, if I read a part here, it said native citizen, men, women, girls, and children, let your gaze extend on all part of this island. On all part of this island, not just the little part you call Haiti today. It says the entire island. Let your eye gaze to all part, or on all part of this island. Look there for your spouse. Listen to this. Look there for your spouse, your husband, your brother, your sister. Indeed, look there for your children, your suckling infant. What have they become? I shuddered to say the prey of those vultures, or these vultures. So the children of the island, the native of the island, has become prey to the vultures, which is the European, including Spanish, French, the English, and so much more. So Dessalines understood the people that were on the island were native. He was not talking about the descendant of Spanish people. It talks about the native. And also, like I said, there's no way Dessalines, whom many Europeans are trying to say that they were African, would have known that the island was named Haiti before Columbus. To come back and after independence, free the island and call it Haiti by the original name. There's no way Dessalines, whom they would consider a person who knows nothing about reading or writing, would know that the island was Haiti before it became Hispaniola. Okay, there's no way. So we know for a fact Dessalines was an indigenous and a person of color. That's number one. And now let's get into the independence of Haiti. In 1804, January 1st, 1804, Dessalines proclaimed the independence of Haiti and went to the Dominican side to remove the French. After removing them from the side we have today called Haiti, there were a group of French generals that ran over to that side, and Dessalines followed them with his army and removed them from there. When he come back from that side of the island, he became the Emperor of Haiti. And in the first article of the 1805 Constitution, you'll see in the first article, in the first article of the Constitution of 1805, what Dessalines proclaimed here. He said, the people inhabited the island formerly called Saint-Domingue, not Santo Domingo, not a Hispaniola or Spanish part or a French part. The people inhabited the island called Saint-Domingue, which was the unified island, the whole island at that point, that called Saint-Domingue, that were under the French. Listen to this. It said, the people inhabited the island formerly called Saint-Domingue hereby agree to form themselves into a free state, sovereign and independent of any other power in the universe, under the name of Empire of Hayti. So that entire island, he's not talking about the Haitian part today. He's talking about the entire island. To make that into perspective, when the American people got their independence, did they just take a little part of the America where they were fighting the British, or they took everything that belonged to the British at that time? They took everything that belonged to the British, and the Haitians were fighting the French. At that time they got their independence. The entire island belonged to the French, therefore a Haitian territory at that time. America got their independence, took everything that belonged to the British. Later, by what we call the Louisiana Purchase from the French, they bought the Florida from Spanish and many other part from other nation that had control over the part of America, which make what you have as the 50 state of America today. But when they got their independence, they did not just take a state from the British. They took everything that belonged to the British at that time. They took everything. Just like we became independent, we removed the French from the island of Saint-Domingue that was a colony under the French rule. Then the entire island itself became Haiti. Okay, so that's one thing. In the first article of the Constitution, that's what it says. In Article 15 and 16, if we look at Article 15 and 16 in the Constitution, it tells you clearly, the Empire of Haiti is one and indivisible. Its territory is distributed in 6 military divisions, just like I said at the beginning of the video. Each military division shall be commanded by a general of division. So, according to what he just said, that the 6th division, and he would, nominate people over each division. They will be called general. General will rule different part of the nation, and that's why in that nomination document I just show you, Dessalines appointed Gilbert over Samana in Dominican Republic today, or the part you call Dominican Republic today, and he also assigned that other person over to be exact, Tabarres. He assigned Tabarres over what we call Cibao, also another part of Dominican. So the Dominican region split into 2 parts according to the 1805 Constitution. So we had 6 different regions. In Haiti, you have 4 regions. In what we call today the Republic of Haiti. The Republic of Haiti was divided into 4 regions. 4 regions. But the Dominican side you have today was divided into 2 regions. You have Samana and you have Cibao. These 2 parts, he assigned 2 people. You have Gilbert over 1 region, which is Samana, and you have Tabarres over Cibao. Those 2 people were Spanish speaking people. He placed over this part because Haiti was a nation or an empire that spoke 2 different languages at that time. You have the Haitian language and you have the Spanish language that was of the descendant of Spaniard. The people who were born in the Spanish side, who call themselves today Dominican, they spoke Spanish at that time. Okay, they spoke Spanish. So that doesn't mean they could not be integrated as Haitian. And they were Haitian and they agreed to be Haitian. They signed the Declaration of Independence and agreed that they could be appointed over part of this region to rule over it. As you hear or you see in this document, Gilbert and you have Tabarres, they were the 2 people appointed over the Dominican side today. But Dominican people never got their independence. Now, we are going to look into some other document. But before we get there, when Haiti became independent, you would see that Dessalines proclaimed in the Declaration of Independence that he has avenged the Americas, meaning the entire continent of America. That's what he said. He avenged the native of America. So that means Dessalines himself knew he was a native, and many people that were in his side or on his side fighting during the independence war were native people. They were native people. So the Dominican people today who call themselves the native, they trying to say that Haitian people are coming from Africa. So that means they don't have any holes on this land. That's what they're trying to make you believe. So does that American people who are white European today don't have any power over the Americas? Where they took the Canadian people, they don't have any power over Canada then? Since that land now belongs to them and they come from Europe, does that mean they don't have power over the land? Do they talk about where they come from when they talking about that land belong to them? No. Just like the Haitian, it doesn't matter if some of the Haitian had African people among them, or had African people when they were fighting during the independence, but a lot of them, or a great majority of them, were native. That make them native to the land. So it has nothing to do on where they come from. That means they are native. That's it. Whether you like it, whether the Dominican like it or not, the Haitian are native, and probably more native than the Dominican people who are a half-breed. They are a mix of European. They're not truly, descended of native. They are mulattoes, what the Haitian call mulattoes. A lot of them are connected to the mulattoes of Haiti today, meaning they are mixed Spanish with black African, or with the black native that were living in the land at that time. Just like Haitian people, a lot of them are true native. They are not mixed. A lot of them are true native people. Okay, but going down into some other document, if we're looking at what some of the Dominican people today are using to proclaim that they were the one who freed the east part of the island from the French, they tried to use a treaty called the Treaty of Paris that was signed in 1814. In the Treaty of Paris, what you find in that treaty, it's an agreement between the French and some European to give back land that the French people took from them during the fight that Napoleon Bonaparte was having during that time. Napoleon Bonaparte were taking land from many European nations, and during those fights, Napoleon took a lot of land. So in the Treaty of Paris 1814, the French delegation in Paris agreed to give back to many European nations land that they took from them. So those land, or those nations that were reclaiming land, were many nations, including the Spanish. So you have you have a collision of 6 different nations according to that treaty. And in those people, you have Spanish at that time who have lost land to the French. And in those land, you have part of Haiti called the Santo Domingo that were signed under one treaty called the Treaty of Basel. Under the Treaty of Basel, when the French, like I said, I already mentioned in the beginning of that video, in the Treaty of Basel, the Spanish gave to the French the east part of the island. In the Treaty of Paris in 1814, since the French people did not recognize the independence of Haiti, if you read the treaty, there's a clause in that treaty, a very small clause, where they mention Santo Domingo. But that has nothing to do with a fight that the Dominican people were having with the French in the land, or in the Spanish part today you call Santo Domingo, and then the French accept to give the Spanish that land back. No, that has nothing to do with a fight. But the Dominican people today trying to use that treaty to say that they forced the French to give that land to the Spanish. But that's not true. That's not true at all. That treaty was based on the Treaty of Basel. The Treaty of Basel, where the Spanish gave the east part of the island to the French. Now that, since the French did not accept the independence of Haiti, in the Treaty of Paris, they decided, according to that treaty, or based on the land that the Spanish were reclaiming from the French, according to the Treaty of Basel, Santo Domingo was part of it. But that does not mean Santo Domingo was not part of Haiti. It was part of Haiti according to the Declaration of Independence, which I just proved to you, and the links is in the video below. You can use it. And also, according to the Constitution of 1801 from Toussaint Louverture, where he first conquered the Spanish part, kicked the Spaniard out, and then combined it with the part that spoke French, and then make it one piece, one land under Saint-Domingue as a colony. And that colony became independent, and it became Haiti. And that Haiti was the entire island. And you can see it clearly. Dessalines assigned Gilbert over Samana, a part of Dominican Republic today. And also placing another person on Cibao, a part of Dominican Republic today. Because Dominican Republic split into two at that time. It was two part according to the Constitution. Haiti was 6 great division. And those 6 great division in the Republic of Haiti today, you had 4 division. In the Dominican Republic today, you had, at that time, had 2 division. And that's the way the land split according to how it was during the time of the first indigenous when Columbus came to the land. When Columbus came to the land was a land of 6 division. Okay, it was 6 cacique, and that's how Dessalines turned it back to that when he called it Haiti. So to be clear, there is no lie. The document clearly states the reality. Yes, the Dominican people can continue talking about that they were independent. They can continue using fake document, but they cannot prove that there was a battle between the French and the Dominican people today where they beat the French and become independent. There is no historical fact. There is no historical document proving anything like that. There is no historical document. We have historical document as Haitian people proving that we conquered the entire island. There are historical documents from 1801 to 1804, 1805. We have historical document proving that. And also, Vladimir Putin, in a quote, clearly stated that when they accepted the independence of the island of Haiti, they knew the island of Haiti was one land. There was no such country called Saint-Domingue or Dominican Republic. So we know the truth. We know the fact. They can continue to say whatever they want. But the truth is the island belonged to Haiti. And the Dominican Republic or the Dominican people today who are fighting, thinking that they own this part or the east part of Haiti, they are mistaken. I would say they are mistaken because they are just there temporarily. They can never control this land. One day we will take it back. Thank you for everyone who stay all the way to this point with me. And I would ask you again, if this is the first time you find this channel and you have not subscribed, I'll ask you to subscribe to the channel. Activate the notification bell so that the next time I drop a video, you can find it. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.